important to me to move abroad and have international experience, to broaden my horizons, to step out of my comfort zone, to challenge myself a little bit, and to get new experience. At the time of my arrival, I did not know about the youth information centers. At that time, I really needed information about health insurance, taxation, a registration within the city hall. But not only that, I also needed information about more informal things. For example, what is the best place to have a language course, or what is a place to do your hobbies. This is the useful information that I lacked at that time. I think these kind of centers, they really help to increase the mobility of young people. They maybe need more promotion because people like me are not aware of these centers sometimes.
I was pretty much covered when I came here, but it's true that for a new guy in a new country, it might turn useful, especially I think leisure things you can get to in the new city, because of course, I mean, all the legal health questions, they are going to be asked for any kind of information point, but I think it's useful for the guy that arrives here to have some ways to get involved with the people from the new country, because I mean, it makes no sense to come here and end up alone in your room. It will be more helpful if they will be more noticeable, because I mean, I'm from a small town and of course I know how to get to my information point or who I should go, but once you get in a big city, maybe it's not that easy to find a youth information point.
I think traveling abroad is a great experience, and I encourage every single young person to do it and to find out scholarships, projects abroad. For example, I'm going to Portugal next year because I got an Erasmus scholarship, and I'm so excited. So I think it will be a good experience, and I hope I can get something out of that.
I think that some youth centers like FIPAC here in Zaragoza, it's very important to all the young people because it's a way to find information. You can find traveling cards or hotels or anything else just by contacting with them and talking about where can you go.
Just to Croatia, that I really belong to this mainly European family, because I was on Erasmus in this European integration project, so I was mainly with Erasmus students. But I met other international students. The fact is, even as I went out, I met people from other nations, from other professions, artists, entrepreneurs, people who do lots of stuff. And you really get the feeling, and it breaks the borders and walls in your head. People who are in this international, let's say, movement, they really are kind and really want to help you. Okay, let's see how you can get here, can I help you here? So really considering mainly now the people, not what is written on the pages, I'm really super happy that the people were so, front-coming and they wanted to help me, really something I didn't initially expect. This is a global world, this is a world of interaction, and if we don't work together and especially learn to live together, then our future looks kind of dim.
I think it's a great opportunity to start facing with a real job, as well to acquire new competences, to enrich my self-knowledge, improve my language skills, meet new people from around Europe. I think it's really important, specialized youth information workers, because they will provide personally and updated and right information. I think that young people need this because nowadays everyone is moving around Europe and different countries, and it's necessary to have the right information and to build a network around Europe together.
I think it's been important to me because it has broadened my mind and kind of given me the confidence to actually know that I can live without my parents, and I now feel more secure in what I want to do in the future. I think I got a lot of help from Pepe, but then I felt that it could have been better with the information I got from the other places around Europe. So if they had a more kind of a better system where they could share information sooner, because it took like months to get information from one place to another and to actually understand what the different kind of organizations did, and it would have been better if all the information was available quicker.
It's important for me, as it should be to all young people, because it's a way to learn a new culture and experience new adventures, meet new people, and essentially to have fun. I think if there was a program to help young people in the outside trying to find a part-time job or even a job, so they can pay for their lives and to travel in the country, it would be the only thing good.
They help me a lot. If I want some information about several events here in Malta, or if I needed a doctor, I could just ask him. For example, if I wanted a cheaper apartment, I could ask him about everything.
Before I went abroad, I had no contact with youth information services, but when I came here to Ljubljana, I had contact with the youth information service of MIS, and they offered me a map of Ljubljana with interesting stuff for young people, like locations and restaurants. Finally, they gave me the chance to do an internship in their institution, which makes me very proud and happy.
Mobility is very important because it gives you a lot of information about where to go, because given a lot of options. For example, my university has got an exchange program with a Brazilian university, which probably I'm going to do in my third year. But as far as Europe is concerned, one needs to know where he needs to go, Poland or Scandinavia or maybe in the Latin countries. So that's why I think this mobility would really help us in giving information.
Since I live across the Atlantic in the US, I did not have information about such an initiative here in Europe before I came here. So one thing that could be done is that if this awareness is spread among young mobile people, that will be really nice, because this was by chance that we actually came across MISSS and the people. But if people already know about it and then they're looking to travel from far off Asia or far off Americas, then that will be just amazing for them to be able to leverage whatever you have to offer.
Before I came back to study, I was in Lithuania, and there I was doing my European voluntary service in a school for disabled children. For me, this experience was very important because I gained a huge knowledge about different cultures, and I got to know really a lot of people from all over the world. Also, I think it's really helpful because you get less fear to talk in different languages, and you want to learn even more languages after that. So for me, I felt very supported by my organizations in Austria and in Lithuania. I felt always very welcomed, and I had the feeling that if I had any problem, they would come and help me immediately. Youth information services was very important for me because you always feel supported, you get help whenever you need it, and you just feel safe. I don't think there was anything missing because even in special situations you get help. Whenever you need someone, you can get some information and support. I think it's really a great experience and everyone should do it. I would go back right away and pack my things.